Hello there. Thanks for joining me for another shaving video. Today, I'm going to be using my 51 the Victor straight razor. Got a square point. It's a 5/8 or 6/8 square point. We're going to be using my Eveready 500 PBT reknotted with an 18mm Golden Nib Finest F2 and Barrister & Mann Seville. This soap, Barrister & Mann's probably one of the nicest soaps that I've ever used. The scent of this Seville is wonderful. It has notes in it that I can't even begin to describe. It's a really spicy, lively kind of smell. There's a bit of earthiness to it. A very masculine scent. It's supposed to be a barbershop scent, and it's supposed to be their signature scent. Well, I don't know. Everything else that I've smelled that people call barbershop doesn't come anywhere close to this, but it does have hints of some of the same scents. Not very, not at all like it, but it does have hints of some of the same stuff that, like, Pinaud Clubman has in it, sort of that line. So yeah, maybe I'm mistaken in it. It's more of a barbershop scent than I at first think, but it just doesn't, to me, I wouldn't call it a barbershop scent, but it is a very, although that's what it's billed as, it is a very masculine type scent. And it's just lovely. But the thing about Barrister & Mann, whether the only two I've ever used is this and the Bay Rum. Whether it's this or the Bay Rum, the lather is just a wonderful type of lather. And that's in the end the most important thing about a shave soap to me. But it doesn't hurt that the scent is so well done. And this Seville is just got a wonderful, wonderful scent. Hope everybody's doing well. Heard on the news today, Leonard Nimoy passed. Jammin' G.I. James did a kind of a tribute shave to him, where he talked about his influence on television and Star Trek in particular, and sci-fi in particular. And Leonard Nimoy was an accomplished actor. He did a lot of stuff, not just Star Trek. I mean, just a really well-rounded actor, and he brought his own particular type of personality to any role that he played. I know that anything that I've ever seen him do, I couldn't imagine anybody else in that role. You know, and he left behind wife and family and friends. We ought to be, those of us who believe, ought to be praying for them. But I will miss knowing that he is on this earth. Because as a child growing up, Star Trek was a hugely influential show as far as firing my imagination. And I don't know if I'll ever really know the impact on my imagination and on my dreams for the future that Star Trek helped to influence, and Spock in particular. So I was sad to hear of his passing. I need to grab some alum. My fingers are not grabbing hold of that blade like I would like, and that is what I use alum for. I know others use it in other ways, but for me, that's what I use alum for. Lovely. All right. I've missed my straight. Excuse me, straightening up my sideburn here, but Barristan Man's leather also, in my experience, really gives the slickness needed for a straight shave as well. Lovely. Lovely first pass there. Hopefully, some of you tuned into my Williams shave this week. If you missed it, I'm going to be doing a Williams shave every single week. If you love Williams, come join me for that. One thing I want to do, my hair is wet and it's curling up and playing games with me, I want to, there we go, straighten that sideburn out like I did the other. That's one of the things that I love about a straight. You can do it with other razors as well, but straight razors uniquely versatile when it comes to straightening crooked things, crooked hairline, crooked sideburns. Love that about it. That's another thing I like about square point. I know a lot of people say that a square point's more dangerous. Well, maybe, but you got that straight line, and it's useful. And that's the point that I prefer. This one, I've got a couple that are rounded and stuff like that. This one is not. And that's the point that I like. That's the tip, that's the point that I like. And I'd like to find a bunch more razors that have square points. I've got a couple of them where the point has been, I guess you'd call it, relieved a bit. And I think that, and I think this is correct, but I don't know for sure. I think that it's correct to say that someone that knows what they're doing can restore that point back to where it was. I don't know, but I don't have the capability to do it. I wish that I did, or I would. But I don't have the money to send off to have them done. So I guess that I'm just going to have to learn to do it myself. Eventually I'll get it. I'll do that. That's something that I've found that I've had to do a lot in weight shaving, just because, I can't afford to send it out to somebody else to have it honed or anything like that. I can't afford to have scales made for them or have them restored. So I do it myself, and to be quite honest, it's not that hard to restore them to a point that they are serviceable razors, I'm not restoring art pieces. I'm restoring tools to shave with. So, and I would never compare myself to some of the artists in the wet shaving community who know how to do that really well. But it's also been really, really fun. I've got a lot of enjoyment from restoring straight razors, cleaning up vintage DEs and SEs. Lots and lots of enjoyment from that. So not complaining in the least. Hands are still a bit trembly. If you've noticed, I've not been using the straight very often here in the last 2 or 3 weeks. And that's been because my hands have been, you can see them if you look at it now, they've been unsteady. I've only got this little bit to go, so I can finish this shave. Usually that doesn't last very long, but it's stayed with me for nearly 3 weeks this time. I don't know why. But hopefully it will cease to, well, my hand's shaking too much to do that upward pass there. So I'll finish it off like that. I've actually found through testing, through shaving, I'm going to hit that chin one more time, but I've actually found through shaving that upward pass on my chin at least, and I don't know, maybe the hair's growing in a different way than I feel it because it feels like it's growing like that, but I actually get a cleaner shave across my chin with a across the grain and 2 downward passes. I just keep, when I'm doing an upward stroke, I just instinctively go ahead and finish that chin. And I really should do a across the grain pass and a couple of downward passes, because those actually work better. So, but anyway, lovely shave, nice and smooth. Got a little nick here from Mr. Trembly Hand. So let me put some alum on that, just for giggles. I probably should switch to the DE because sometimes I don't know. Hang on a minute. Sometimes I don't know when the trimming is going to be a problem until I start shaving. But the straight is such a lovely razor, and it's such a lovely feeling that, you know, I'll probably push it as long as I can. And that's just the way it is. But anyway, I'm going to use some. Yes, it looks like a pipe. That's as close as I come, fellas, to smoking a pipe anymore. But this is some Avon. Let's see if I can. Thai Winds. It's a wonderful, light, kind of, oh, I don't even know how to describe it. It's almost, to me, kind of a modern fragrance. It's got some citrusy notes, some powdery notes. It's just lovely. They don't make it anymore, to my knowledge. This is vintage, and I don't use it very often because it is vintage, and I don't want to use it up because it's such a wonderful aftershave. But every now and then, I tend to put it on my face, and it makes my face feel really nice. So, but anyway, that's the shave. God bless you. Thank you for joining me for this evening's shave. And I will see you around all the different places on the forums and the internet that we gravitate toward in this shaving thing we're doing. Thank you, and later.